What's going on, YouTube? GraveCinder here, and welcome back to the final episode of this particular series. I've got to say, it's been an honor playing with you guys and sharing the content with you. And this city is certainly looking pretty amazing. There's only a couple of things that I did in between this episode and the previous episode, and that is actually just go around and fill it in with, or fill in the blanks with some trees. That way no area looks blank, in a sense. But aside from that, I have not touched a single thing. So at the end of the video, I'm going to try and include some cinematics and whatnot for you guys, so you can see we're going to use this cinematic camera over here. But before we end the episode, I just want to do like a quick little review of the info views. So let's go ahead and knock that out, and then we're going to call it good and look into exploring some other options in the near future. So power is good, water is good, crime rate is super low. We do have the fire safety at 29%, which I think we did a pretty darn good job of making sure that everything is covered. We have health, and we only have 72 sick citizens in the city out of 91,000. Death care is doing good. School wise, since we have that monument built, we no longer really need to worry about schools in this city. Citizen happiness is pretty good in my opinion. Everyone seems to be pretty happy. Population is just that at 91,000, which I didn't even really think that we were gonna make it there. Land value is well, see for yourself. It couldn't be greener. Unique buildings, parks and plazas, and park areas are all doing great as well. We aren't worried about providing any kind of parks over here in this area. Outside connections and tourism. Tourism, actually, let's take a look at that. We have 2,200 tourists coming through every week. As far as export goes, we have a pretty good export system going on. So as far as the goods go, the IT clusters are exporting those goods. Then we have some forestry. We have some farming as well. That is over here. We don't have any ore, and we do have some pretty serious oil export as well. As far as import goes, looks like importing mainly forestry products for whatever reason. Level as far as the buildings go, these should be pretty much at the highest level everywhere we look. Traffic flow is at 80%. We do have a couple of trouble areas, but that is not something that we're going to touch at this time. Transport, you know what? That's one thing that I never got into finishing up in the city is pretty much fine-tuning the public transport system, and I don't think that I'm gonna mess with that at this time. So we're just gonna leave it the way it is, and perhaps in the next city we'll have a little bit more of a detailed public transport system. Road maintenance is good. As you can see, most of our roads are green. Pollution, we do have a little bit in this city. We do have some industry here, and then we have some oil industry that does pollute. And then we have this section over here. We did clean up the sewage pollution, so that's a good thing. Garbage, we're doing good there. We're in the green as far as processing the garbage in the city. Noise pollution, well, that's exactly what it is. Airport producing a lot of noise pollution. Anything we have as far as commercial, I mean, there's noise pollution where there's supposed to be noise pollution, but there isn't supposed to be noise pollution. There isn't a whole lot of it, kind of like in the primary residential areas over here and over here and over here. We do have pretty good radio coverage in the city. As you can see, everything is nice and green. Earthquake detection. That's actually we haven't focused much on natural disasters in this series, but we have good earthquake detection all through the city. Tourism, not a whole lot to go over here. We have about 2,200 people coming into, or tourists coming into the city, and the city attractiveness is at 75%, which I'm okay with. And over here in the attractiveness tab, it actually tells us what buildings are the most attractive and where the tourists go. As you can see, it's the 2 parks here. The unique buildings really, and the parks are what's individualized. And that's all. So what I'm gonna do here, guys, is I'm gonna put together a couple of cinematic shots. It's not gonna be something very long or lengthy or anything of that sort, but I'll put it together. I'll show you guys some cinematic of this city. And that'll be all. I really enjoyed this aerial view of the city. So like if we start, let's start over here, for example. So just, we're gonna go right to left. I think it looks really cool. I mean, there's a little bit of everything in here. There's some curvy roads. There's some symmetry going on as well. There's individualness, if you want to call it that. But it's looking pretty good. I like the way it's organized. But in any case, guys, let's go ahead and call it that. Thank you so much for following along with the series, every single one of you guys. Hopefully the naming of the districts after those who comment and like the videos, hopefully that was a good thank you to you. And I'm sure in the future series we're going to be naming districts as well, so those of you who didn't get a district in this series, well, there's always a next one. And one more time, in this series, be the best that you can be in everything that you do. And I will see you guys on the next video, whenever and whatever that ends up being.